Yo, what's going on guys? Arekkz here and welcome back to another Destiny video. And today, we are talking about the exotic return of the almighty Khvostov. If you guys paid close attention to any of the gameplay that surfaced yesterday, then you no doubt saw this being wielded by some of the Guardians in some of the scenes. But having now read this month's Game Informer issue back to back, or at least the Destiny section back to back, then I thought I'd put together a video to tell you guys everything you need to know about the return of this weapon. So if you do enjoy this video, then a like would be super appreciated, and be sure to comment down below and let me know what you think. Now, just before I deep dive on the gun, I have got to say I am so happy to see this thing back. I still have my Khvostov in my vault from my very first Guardian, and I have always said how I would love to see this thing return. In fact, whenever people ask me what my favourite weapon is, I often jokingly say it's the Khvostov, but perhaps in Rise of Iron I can actually mean it. Either way, it's back, and it's so much better. Right here you can see the gun in the inspection screen, and you'll notice right off the bat that there's a lot you can do with this. This has a lot more customization nodes than most other weapons you'll see in Destiny, and there's good reason for that. This thing is fully customizable, and while it's technically speaking classified as an auto rifle, it is effectively an auto rifle, pulse rifle, and scout rifle all in one. And that's because, among the other options, you can also change the fire mode. But let's start at the top and go over everything we have to choose from. Firstly, scopes. You have the classic scope, which is the original Khvostov scope optimized for range and stability, although, let's be honest, if it's not cracked, it's not really the classic scope now, is it? Alternatively, you have the modernized scope, which grants additional zoom and target acquisition. Then moving down to your fire mode mods, you have the default option automatic, which fires like an auto rifle. However, when you have this selected, there are actually a couple more options tied to this on the final column, so we'll get to them shortly. Moving down, you then have burst fire, aka your pulse rifle mode. And finally, you have semi-automatic, which is akin to a scout rifle. And in this mode, you also have higher muzzle velocity. You then have a choice between hammer forged for improved range and accuracy, rifled barrel for increased range but slower reload, and braced frame for increased stability and reduced magazine. Then on the fourth column, we have extended mag, which I think is fair to say is a must if you went full auto 900 RPM and braced frame. Alternatively, you have counterbalance for increased stability, or rangefinder where aiming the weapon increases its effective range. And then finally, this last column is only applicable if you have the gun in full auto mode, but you can actually change the fire rate. The two options are 450 RPM and 900 RPM. 900 is pretty insane, and as mentioned, will obviously empty your magazine in no time, so extended with this is basically a must. However, that's not quite everything. There is one more thing I want to talk about, and that is this column over on the far right. These two nodes. Now, if you saw the last video that I uploaded yesterday, the one on max light, customization and future DLC, then I spoke about a new customization item known as an ornament. These are, quote unquote, a new aesthetic customization feature that allows players to enhance the geometry and appearance of individual armor pieces, as well as change the appearance of exotic weapons. And while we have yet to see exactly how this works, it would be safe to assume that these two slots function in a similar manner to chroma. I would, however, imagine that ornaments are more than likely not consumed upon removal, but either way, there are two slots here. Now, the two slots could be a number of different things. It could be, like chroma, an on and off switch, so to speak. You put the ornament in the top one and you remove it with the bottom. Alternatively, it could be that you are able to combine ornaments to create different combinations, which means that two people could, say, have the same gun with one matching and one different ornament and still have a completely different look to their weapon. Or finally, it could be that the ornaments come in two forms, one for colour, one for shapes. So perhaps the top slot allows you to alter the geometry of the weapon, whilst the bottom one allows you to alter the colour. At this stage, that is all just wild speculation, but either way, that is what that final column will be for. And that's pretty much it. Now, apologies for the lack of actual gameplay in this video. There is gameplay of the Khvostov out there, and if you're a digital subscriber to Game Informer, then in the online magazine there is actually a whole video of the gun in action. But for the time being, that's everything you need to know about the weapon, so definitely let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if you're excited to see this return, but thank you for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out. If you don't want to miss any of my future Destiny videos, then be sure to check back regularly as I upload daily gaming videos.